How you going, everyone? My name's Leigh, and this is going to be one of my very first Acoustic 3 tutorials. And what this tutorial is about is just running two different sources through the Acoustic. I'm running my vocal through the Acoustic and also running my guitar. So the guitar and the vocal are both going through the Acoustic currently. Okay, so let's head over to the Axe Edit and we'll have a look. So what I've basically got, I have two lines sort of going on here. I've got two input sources. This one, input 1 is my guitar, input 2 is going to be my microphone. Now, in input 1, what I'm doing with my guitar is I stole this little idea off Leon Todd, and I'm sure if you're into the Acoustic 3, you would definitely have seen Leon around. He's a great source of information, and so this particular idea I got from him, and I've sort of done my own take on how I thought I'd like to set up his idea. What that is I'm running, like I said, input 1, I'm running the guitar through the compressor. I have a mixer here which is mixing these two lines together, and then the main thing is that this first line along here is basically just the guitar pickup running straight through the Acoustic. Now on this top line I'm actually running a tone match, and when I did the tone match, basically what I've done, to cut a long story short, if you'd like a more detailed setup of how this is actually done, then I would strongly advise going and checking out Leon's video on how to use the tone matching. But basically what's happening is I've used this microphone and my guitar, and I've used the sound of the guitar and my microphone to do a tone match of that, and then I'm applying that on top of the guitar through the Acoustic. So what I'm actually doing is it kind of sounds like it's being recorded through the mic, but without the mic being there. Then I'm running in through if we go back to Axe Edit, through this mixer, I have the original pickup source here, and then I have the tone match source, and that's then running into this mixer, and then I get a blend of the two different sounds. So if we have a listen to just the guitar by itself. So that's just the guitar pickup, yeah? And then if I then turn on my tone match, I now get this. Really just livens up the sound of the guitar pickup by itself and gives you a little bit more of that sort of studio feel, and it's a really, really cool little trick. So definitely head over to Leon's page if you'd like to see how to actually go through the process of doing that. I'm not going to go through that in this video, unfortunately, but that's what I've got set up. All right, back over to our Axe Edit. So now into input 2, I'm now running my microphone. So I'm using my K2 in my studio, and I'm running that into an EQ. And then I've tried out these new JFET compressors that came with the 12.9 update. Really, really cool, like the sound of them. And I'm running two together, so I'm running them one after the other and doing the sort of dual compressor trick with your vocals. So basically I've got the same compressor, but I've just got slightly different attack and release times on both versions. Then coming through, I then have my reverb block, my delay. So without, obviously, sounds like this. Yeah, 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 1, 2. That's what I'm talking through now. If I turn on my reverb, yep, I have a vocal plate and my delay. I'm just using a digital mono because I'm actually, at the moment, I'm just recording this in mono on my DAW. If I was live, I would more than likely only be running in mono as well, and the chances of actually running stereo vocal, I could do it, but I'd probably just... for ease of sake of doing things, I'd probably just run in mono. So anyway, vocal effects, yeah, 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 2. I'm really running, I'm running a delay. It's only just a bit of a slap delay, and I'm running it after the reverb so that it makes the delay a little bit darker in my opinion, and not so obvious that it's there. So just to give you, I have no idea what I'm going to sing, but just to give you a bit of an idea of what they sound like together. Oh yeah, someone told me I was now come back now. That made no sense, but you get the drift. So one of the things that I'm quite excited by this is the fact of using that in conjunction with scenes and basically having, because I'm not going to change guitar sounds too much as far as when I'm doing an acoustic gig, but it would be great to be able to change vocal sounds and have different vocal effects. So using the scenes, I should be able to basically have about 8 odd patches with different scenarios and different sounds, and I can try all sorts of different stuff. Now I've mucked around with a couple that I really like the idea of is obviously like a distorted vocal or a vocal that goes through an amp. Yeah, so I get this kind of like, you know, through the speaker, like megaphone almost-ish sound. I could go even further, add my delay back on. Yeah. Now I sound like I'm at the races. Yes, okay, and coming down. That kind of sound, you know. But you might be like something like, say, the Gorillas or something like that, where is coming down on a camel's back. They just have to go 'cause it don't go whack. That kind of effect where you'll get that kind of, you know, through the PA sort of outdoor arena sound. There we go. The other one is very similar to that, just using a distortion pedal instead. So yeah. Wow, yeah. Now I think the real trick with this is to have a bit of a play around with the mix knob. Now you can get some really cool sort of like just a little bit of aggression in the vocal if you just put just a little bit in. I think yeah, and just give it a little bit of grit. That's probably a little bit too much, but it is quite a common thing in the studio to do that to a vocal to get that little bit more of a gritty sound. Yeah, I know, yeah. So that can be really cool, or you can, you know, crank it right up. Yeah, wow. And have heaps and heaps of distortion and go for it. But so yeah, sky is the limit with options in this unit because there's just so many different effects. And as you can see, currently I'm sitting at around about, with what I'm running there, I'm running at around 72%. Now, I know on my XFX 2 I wouldn't have even come close to being able to run this much stuff all at once. Just the fact that all of those different effects that you've got in the XFX then all of a sudden can be applied to vocals as well. Just think you could come up with some really cool stuff. So I hope that this little video has just sparked your interest in using the XFX 3 for not just guitar, but also maybe some vocal stuff as well as any other instrument for that matter as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you later.